What up, bitches? It's a misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Today, I want to talk about two MCs that I've listened to and I've loved for years. Um, this beef is involving Just Allah from formerly from Jedi Mind Tricks and my man Diabolic, and both have great work. Go look them up. Check out their shit. All right. Um, and I just want to talk about the origins of this because some people may not know where this comes from, and uh, just go into the tracks a little bit and tell you who I believe is the victor of this round. Um, I believe that this stems back to, and someone correct me if I'm wrong because there could be some more in the backstory, but I think this stems from Just Allah and his latest incarnation of a group that he was supposed to have with what's my man's name? Jack Progresso, aka Jack Tripper. Shout out to Jack Progresso. I've interviewed him before. Real dope MC. He's a dope producer as well. So when I heard that Just Allah was linking up with Jack Progresso, I was like, yes, that's gonna be some fire shit. This is what hip hop needs right now because both of them together with their grimy flow and style on top of Jack's production, I mean, that would be fucking, that was insane. Um, and they had a group that was gonna be known as Dark Plug. Okay. Uh I was on one of Diabolic's Instagram lives, and shout out to Diabolic because those IG lives are hilarious, man. And he's very interactive and personable. Personable on there. And I remember he was on there, and someone was talking about Just Allah, bringing up Just Allah, and he was just like, "Yeah, this dude's a dork." Blah blah blah. Something. I think he was talking about Just Allah was talking shit, and he's a dork, and he essentially alienated himself from every person. Oh well, from the last person in hip hop that would rock with him, alluding to Jack Progresso. And I know Diabolic and Jack go back, you know, because they've been around, linking up since the Triple Optics days, because they know each other. They know Muck Mouth, aka Cole Cash. This is all like deep shit. I know it may seem kind of foreign to a lot of people, but if you know your hip hop, you'll know what I'm talking about, right? So I went to Just Allah's Facebook, and I saw a bunch of posts. You know, one talking about why Dark Plug isn't coming out, and that kind of disappointed me, as well as a lot of fans. I'm not even going to go into that because that's a whole nother other video. I'm not even going to go into the ins and outs of that. Um, let's just say that um, I see where I could kind of see where Just is coming from, but I could also see, according to what Jack wrote down, I could kind of see where, I mean, excuse me, according to what Just wrote down, I could kind of see where Jack is coming from too. And it goes into some of the opinions that I have on my channel. I'll just leave it at that. Okay. But shit wasn't coming out. And there were a few posts going at Diabolic as well. So I'm like, what the hell? What is this? Yeah, I guess he was going at, according, I mean, from what I was gathering, he was kind of going at uh, Diabolic as well. I don't know where that stemmed from. Someone could fill me in on that. I know that he was going at his, was it his grind time cipher? He said something about, yeah, that this dude's whack or some shit like that. Is it called grind time? I know it was one of those. Yeah, I think it's called grind time. One of those videos where all the guys have a cipher and Diabolic went on last. Um, so anyway, fast forward. Shout out to the God Particle on Instagram, making sure that I stayed up on this shit because he sent me just a last track called Grease. Okay. Um, so I listened to it. It's produced by God, I hate saying this guy's name. Anthropophagus, I want to say his name is. And let me say this. Let's just get into these tracks. The beat itself, the beat was grimy as hell. It kind of took a while to get literally into the track because had a weird intro, like a creepy intro. But when Just Alive started going in, I was like, all right, because it is labeled as Diabolic Diss, and I was interested because Just a lot like you're seeing on the screen right now, he's essentially saying he never went at anybody in rap like that. And I want to see what he had. And there were a few lines here and there, but overall it seemed to me more how do I say, more general and stuff that has been said before about Diabolic, when it comes to like battling and stuff. Like for example, he brought up the whole Kickstarter, the Kickstarter shit. He basically alluded to his race, saying that he's a guest in rap. Um, And when I say brought up before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that clown Talib Kweli, which Diabolic bodied. But and he mentioned that the dude that Diabolic is jealous of him and shit like that. I mean the track again, like when it comes to the beat, I think it was raw as fuck, and Just Allah's voice is still raw as hell, still sounds the same. Let me look at some of the lyrics here because I have my other computer up, and yeah, yeah, you've been jealous of my style. It's made you resentful. Your rhyming is played. It seems outdated and simple. I knew that you could draw from me. You couldn't make the grade. You got to expect shade and faded potential. You want a battle rap? We're both over 40, and you've been begging for opponents before me. Um. Oh yeah, there was this line that was pretty good. You've you only live when you're connected with someone immortal. You're known for a verse that I guess that was an exception. I've written plenty of verses, never less than perfection. Yeah, so basically, he's alluding to his hidden track that he had with Immortal Technique. But very shortly afterwards, Diabolic came out with his diss track. I think it was like a day later, maybe. And he came out with his track called Carlton Banks. Wow. Diabolic. This dude bar for bar, ridiculous. And I'll go into some of it here. It starts out a guest in hip hop, White Devil, I'm Morning Star, and you've been listening to too much Lord Jamar with corny bars. Uh I'm not gonna go into all of it. I'll just point out some fucking hotlines. But this dude, bar for bar, this dominated uh just a lot, man. In real life, this old, weak, dishonest bitch won't go to Philly shows because he knows Reef will rock his shit. Uh, Stop dreaming, rather hear alarm clocks beeping. Sounds like the Cookie Monster gargle bomb shots scream semen screaming. Oh my god, dude. I don't mean to laugh, man, but that shit is raw. On so many levels. That line alone referencing bomb shot. For those that don't know bomb shot, he's a guy that tried to do a group with Just Allah. This was uh the first time Just Allah left Jedi Mind Tricks. It was called The Devil's Rejects, and Bomb Shot is a guy in hip hop, is one of like super bottom rung that people just don't like this guy, and I kind of feel bad for him. I thought the Devil's Reject shit was kind of raw, personally, my personal opinion, but dude, you go on forums and this dude is getting roasted, bro. And wow. And then this one is a dope line too. No, this old broken hose at home sulking, crying himself to sleep, watching Vinny Paz on Joe Rogan, essentially saying, because he brings this up a couple of times, essentially saying Vinny Paz from Jedi Mind Tricks, which was his former partner in Rhyme, actually is, that he's jealous of Vinny Paz's success without Just Allah. So much thrown into this. I'm not. You got to go listen to. It's called Carlton Banks. Um, and Just Allah says some shit. Not Just Allah. The other thing I forgot was fucking. He did an impression of Just Allah on the track. I was like, oh god, bro. Wow. Um, Diabolic says at the end of the track, basically references the second time uh Just a lot uh gets ejected from Jedi Mind Tricks. Um it was referencing some show in Sweden or Switzerland, I believe, where they had to go on without him because he was drunk and passed out in the back, I guess backstage or whatever. I mean, this is ridiculous. And the icing on the cake is the fact that if you watch Diabolic's video, the visual of it is Just Allah saying at one point in 2016, yeah, Diabolic is nice. Basically, it's essentially, if you're into hip hop and you study beefs, I don't know if you remember, there was a beef with LP from Company Flow and that dude Soul from Anticon. And what LP did was he calls this guy, he calls Soul up, and Soul starts essentially starts copping pleas, saying, "Yo, because Soul had recorded his diss track, and then he goes, "Yo, I don't want beef with Company Flow. I want to be down with you guys." I don't, and LP recorded that and put it on the track. And this is kind of similar to that, except that it's just a visual of it. So that's kind of bad, um, considering. But if I'm giving it to anybody, this round is it's Diabolic, hands down. Again, and the reason why is the same reason I said before with the whole Talib Kweli shit. Diabolic knows how to stay on point when it comes to this shit. He comes from this whole battle rap shit, from that whole circuit. This is his arena essentially. Um, like Just Allah says, he's never done it. I don't think his shit was horrible. I mean, if you go on his comments, I mean, the comment section of Greece, he's getting flamed on there, bro. Like, this nigga's getting roasted on his own shit. Like, it's 50-50 last I checked on with likes and dislikes, and it's unanimous on pretty much on Diabolic shit. So I mean, I gotta give it to my man Diabolic. I gotta say, yeah, I would give it to him easily. Shout out to Evil Genius who produced the beat for Carlton Banks. Um, I do kind of like the beat from Anthropophagus a little bit more because I'm more into the lo-fi grimy shit, but not to take away from the Evil Genius. That's just me personally. But overall, I gotta give it to Diabolic. He took it this round, man. Very very raw shit. But yeah, maybe Just Allah got another track. I don't know. We'll see. But he definitely needs something to come back from this, to be honest. But hopefully these guys, put out more music in the near future. I know Diabolic has something that he's working on. He just dropped 2 albums this year. One called The Disconnect and the other one before it called Collusion with Vanderslice. Um, Check them out. All right. And that's it. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. Please upvote my videos and share this shit because YouTube is a bitch right now and won't let me get any views. All right. So that's it. Peace, bitches.